does. That doesn't really work, does it? Have you tried? Oh, that's good. Oh, fantastic. Oh, fantastic. Better. So much better. What a fantastic, fantastic tune. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for young men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Young man, there's no need to feel down. Young man, pick yourself off the ground. I've been Donald Trump. Thank you and good night.
Then what size?
This one's from Jeremy in Wisconsin. And it says, Tuffy brand coffee is the best coffee in the world. Thanks for the grift.
Anyway, I'm going to find out who this quartering character is. And when I do, he's going to get a bit of the old ice troll treatment.
Went from loathing Brie Larson to being the unofficial #1 fan site for Brie Larson.
How about a handshake? You're gonna give me your jacket, your helmet, and your motorcycle, and in return, I'm gonna let you keep your hand.
Now oh, you got a text.
Shh.
Now, I just
Look,
want to...
Off the show. I want everyone to know that. I have a life out of this box.
I just want to prepare us. I want to prepare you, Hannah Claire.
Uh-oh.
We are about to get humiliated.
Oh, no. By what?
Yay!
Oh.
What
so
is... She's festive. She's in the new studio. She's got a bonsai tree.
This armchair is killing it. Like, yes.
Isn't it amazing?
Professor Melanie Mack about to school you all in words you're not allowed to say on the internet. It's crazy.
Yes. Tell me more about this ancient literature that you've been reading.
It's very gothy, too. I like it a lot. Minus the leprechaun hat, which is just festive and fun.
Yeah, I have to get a new mic though, because like I just moved everything and so I'm just using this for now.
Yeah, it'll be fine for now. Yeah,
because my other one just wasn't working. I went and got new cables and everything, and I don't know. So
you'll figure
I got
it
a
out.
new mic on the way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
I
paint
saw
the wall behind you black, or is that like a?
Yeah, it's black.
Oh,
yeah.
I guess I'm going
Today
back
on
to Home Depot.
HGTV.
Yeah. I saw that she was celebrating St. Patrick's Day, a holiday of my people, by the way.
Mine too.
Mine too.
Yeah,
I love it.
Oh my gosh, Irish
are we
cast?
all Irish? Yeah,
Yes.
Irish cast. Yes.
Yes.
I was like, I didn't wear any green, and I was like, no one will notice. And then I see Melanie. I was like, son of a bitch.
I almost thought your sweatshirt was kind of green. Like, you could have told me it was green. I would have
I
bought
thought
it.
it was at first. I was like,
Oh,
okay.
no, it's definitely gray, but I do have a
for
pufferfish
being
on my
honest.
hat. Yeah. Yeah. So that's, I don't know, because of the yellow lighting, the warm lighting, all my grays are kind of blue. Like this hat looks blue, but it's not.
You
It's
got the
gray.
cross though. I mean, St.
Oh, well,
Patrick's
yeah.
Day, it's a Christian holiday, so
It really is. Yeah. And
Yeah.
if I could have, I would have had a drink, but it's a long day and I've got stuff to do. I've got to get up early tomorrow actually and film most of my videos for the day. I've got a little appointment at the perfect time of like 10 a.m. So I'll be racing back. I'll be back in time for the show, but
It's fun to have a little adrenaline rush in the morning. Like
yeah,
having to
yeah.
get back.
it's great. Yeah, it's great. Like, well, and then I'll go to bed early tonight and get up early tomorrow. And then just, that way I'm set, and I'll get I've got a couple ideas for videos tomorrow that I think will be funny just in case I'm late, but I shouldn't be late. I should be back by 10:30, 11 or something like that. So that should be plenty. But I wanted to, thanks to Hannah Claire in celebration of, by the way, Hannah Claire, I'm not going to say anything publicly about this, but I would like you to read the possible topics today that you sent me and then go down to, let me see this. Let me see. One of the
I'm not gonna say anything
topics.
publicly, but I am going to bring it up on the podcast.
Well, I wanted to get your reaction. I wanted to get your reaction to it, but then, oh yeah, apparently Steak Shack. I don't know if you knew this, Melanie, but
Oh my
Steak
God.
Shack, that's a new item on their menu.
The autocorrect is out to get me.
a new item. Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the private chat just in
You're
case you want to go
fired.
buy it. This is
Okay.
from Hannah Claire. I didn't know Steak and Shake rolled like that, but
It's
that's
tots. It's tots with an O. Just to be clear for everyone involved.
oh, it's tots.
now if you're eating
Oh.
nose to tail carnivore, you could eat steak
Ye-
tits. You could.
Yeah, you could. Now, I'm not saying that's what she said.
Who knows?
I just, I mean, tallow tater tits sounds pretty good.
It's
If that,
unfiltered, you know?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
cook up the udder. Why not?
yeah. I'm not saying. I'm
Melanie,
not
new
sa-
director of culinary experience at Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
I just started carnivore again.
I
so-
saw that. I saw. Were
Why?
your
For
wings
fun or
breaded,
like-
or is that just? How do you cook your wings? They look pretty
No,
good.
well, I got those from Buffalo Wild Wings, but they're just cooked with beef tallow. But I do cook my own wings in the air fryer, and you can get them like mega crispy that way.
Yeah, whenever I cook wings, I cook them in the oven, and I cook them too long, and then the skin gets like leathery. I could probably use the air fryer maybe.
they're
that would
great
probably
in
be-
the air fryer.
Yeah, I'll try that. Hannah Claire also sent a wonderful video in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. I know you guys are probably wondering what Tucker Carlson's been up to, but he's actually out. He's now out there looking for leprechauns, and I didn't watch this, so let's see what happens.
Well, this is
Hopefully,
a new journalistic endeavor, you know?
yeah. I suppose this says Tucker Carlson in the wild little Irish alcoholics. Okay. Oh, I'm not getting any audio. Oh, yeah, here.
You may think they're innocent, being as they're on the Lucky Charms box and all,
I love this guy.
but that's what mainstream media wants you to think. Why do you think there's no gold behind our currency? Because the leprechauns took it all and put it in a pot.
Oh,
Now, we all
I knew
look
it.
at capitalists, but leprechauns are just agents of chaos looking to get young people hooked on whiskey and Guinness. Ireland needs to answer for this. Leprechauns, they're magically malicious. Good evening. I'm out here searching for
He has the
leprechauns. These are tiny little
funniest
Irish
video.
alcoholics.
Yeah.
He did
I
a series
love
over
it.
Christmas where he was Tucker Carlson reporting from Whoville, and it was like, I couldn't get through it. They were so
Love it.
funny.
Shout out to Alex DeWitt. Looks like if that's his original and not just a re-upload. You never really know
I think
these days.
it is his original, I
Yeah.
believe. I try to
okay.
when it's stuff like this, I try to get the original. But
Yeah,
I just
usually I
thought
have
we should
to-
be a little festive, and I'm sure Tucker Carlson would appreciate the search for leprechauns being part of his current wheelhouse of content.
Yeah, and I also put aside this video. I don't know if you girls saw this, but like, as everybody knows in chat, we're all cat owners, including I assume many people in chat who will understand that cats have a unique inability of self-preservance or self-preservation at times. And I saw this, like, I was like, oh, it's a cute video. It's a bunch of cats in a room. This kind of looks like my house, right? I even have one of these little things that like you shoot and like the cats chase it. Keep your eye on this chonk up here, just, you know, in terms of self-preservation.
Hey.
The face.
Oh,
That cat's face.
I like the one on the ground too. That's like, what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah. This guy.
These cats have a soft life.
Oh, yeah. Right.
They still have their own indoor playground.
Oh.
Yeah, these cats are like, but I want it. They're like, these two are like going
Yeah,
to
that
get it.
tuxedo is like all about it.
Yeah, yeah, you gotta, you know, cats. My German Shepherd does that sometimes. I'm like, here, you get it. You're gonna get it. I toss for him. He looks at it. It's like, he just hits it right in the face, and I'm like, oh, Hucky, at least you're handsome. There's, yeah. So I wanted to start. I don't know if you guys have been following this. I kind of mentioned it a little bit yesterday. And we've got a great video from Nick Shirley to talk about as well. Over 26,000 flights have now been canceled or delayed nationwide as winter weather and the Democrats' DHS shutdown disrupts travel. We have some video. I wanted to see. I wanted this other video, I think. Here, this one.
The travel delays have been crazy because it's like winter storm right now, but then also it was spring break and TSA protests and all kinds of like security issues at airports. I mean, it's making me wonder if like this summer you're going to see a significant drop in flights because like I feel like right now is when people are booking their summer travel. Like, I wouldn't want to go to the airport right now.
No.
Well, this is Houston yesterday. Like,
out.
oh my God! Like. They're setting up all these rooms. People have to sleep on Barca loungers, or I guess they're probably makeshift.
They're deck chairs, basically.
They're deck chairs, yeah. Like, it's nuts. And then some of the lines, look at this fucking line. Could you even imagine? Like, I like to get to the airport. Well, because I fly out of Milwaukee, I never really have to sweat too much about getting there too early. Like, especially if I
you
park
have airport dad energy. Like I bet you're going the night before. You're at least 6 hours ahead of time.
If I'm flying out of Milwaukee, I don't, because I'm sure they all have this, but like they have like a real-time monitor of TSA wait time. So like I'll wake up and I'll check TSA wait time. And like nowadays, if I'm parking in the structure, I'll get there 30 minutes before my flight. Like if TSA wait time is like 6 or 10 minutes, I'll usually triple whatever they say. But there's another video where someone like pulled up and people were standing outside. Like they were that backed up at TSA. And I'm noticing like, look, TSA is getting a lot of shit for this. And I don't think that's fair. I think if any one of us showed up, like if I was like, hey guys, I'm going to eventually pay you for doing the podcast eventually. And you're like, when? And I'm like, well, I don't really know when. It doesn't even depend on me. It depends on politicians in DC. Like there's the normal call out rate is 2% for TSA in most of these airports. It's surged to 10%, which is expected because if you're not getting paid, you're going to burn up your vacation days or whatever. But the system is totally broken. I feel weird because like, much like with food stamps, yes, people who are taking advantage of the system were getting screwed over. But there were a lot of people who legitimately needed it that like couldn't buy fucking food because millionaires in DC were like, we need to prove a point so that we can point at this and say, this is the Democrats. Like, at what point is it like too far where we're like using American suffering basically as a political, like we did this with illegal immigrants too. Like if we're going to deport them. Let's not do the thing where we drop them off in, a Democrat neighborhood. Like, these are still people. Like this, there's no end in sight, by the way. So this is not every airport, but airports that are reporting as long as 4 to 6 hour delays is like Atlanta, Houston. There's like 3 or 4 at least.
Austin was for a while.
Austin, yeah.
Wow.
Let me actually check.
Because Austin had South by Southwest, so they had like lots of traffic. Anyways, I mean, what I find fascinating about
Atlanta
this
was on there too, I think. Yeah.
and I would see like people online, filming the lines. They'd be standing outside for the security check or whatever. And then you could go to the comments and they'd be like, it seems like it's cleared up now. Like, I think the airports and TSA are trying to respond the best they can.
Right now, it's
once
only
you get
it's 12
cascade
minutes
effect,
on average in Milwaukee. So Milwaukee's not bad.
Oh,
One of them's at 22 minutes. But like they're at like 6. Yeah, the longest wait at 9 p.m. is expected to be 40 minutes. So that's still like not that bad.
But I wonder, like, come Friday, like, was this video taken on the week, like Sunday? Because I feel like Sunday is a big travel day.
Yeah, one of these was Sunday, I believe, and I don't know about the other ones, but it's kind of
and you get the like cascade effect, like when Houston has so many delays, they have to set up cots and they have to rebook everybody. Then there are other airports that are going to, I assume, absorb the next delay. Like it makes sense that it's sort of rotating around the country based on traffic. But you were talking about food stamps before. I feel bad for the TSA agents because they just went through this, and we were kind of talking about when Trump
2 months ago. It was like
Trump
3 months almost, more than that.
And Trump was like, "You guys will get a $10,000 bonus, those of you that stayed on the job." And we were kind of weighing up, like, well, it's good that you stayed on the job, but if you had to go into massive credit card debt because you had to pay your bills, but if you left the job to pick up a side hustle because you had to pay your bills, like, it's putting them in a really difficult position.
Yeah, I don't think it's an extraordinarily high paid job anyway. Like, I got to imagine most TSA. They can't go 2 months without getting paid. Even if you do get paid in 2 months.
2 months without getting paid in America.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I don't love it. Now, I get it. They get to say, well, this is the Democrats' fault. How many people are going to remember that in midterms? Be like, remember when the Democrats made me wait for my job and now I'm going to go vote for Republican? I just don't think it works.
People are going to be like, do you remember the Democrats/Republicans? Or do you think they're going to be like the politicians? Like, I feel like it'll drive people away from the polls.
Right.
They'll just be frustrated.
Maybe.
Yeah, 35K starting. Yeah, I mean, that's okay, but it's not great. When I still have this, I don't know if everyone, like, I have this number in my head of when I was like in high school, what a lot of money was. And that was like 40 grand a year. Like when I was in high school, which was 20 years ago now, it was like, wow, you make 40 grand? Cool. Now that number is probably like 80.
Yeah.
Like, you probably need to make 70 to 80 grand to kind of be like, okay, I'm in a good spot. So I don't love, shitting on TSA, even if I think TSA should be privatized and all this other stuff, which is, again, a different conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think we can, I'm not saying everyone is, but like, I don't know, what the solution is.
Right. I mean, you saw that Denver airport was soliciting gift cards for TSA agents, right? And like,
they were doing a food drive at the Houston airport for their TSA agents because they don't have any money. Mm-hmm. And like, it's like, are we really going to do this to Americans, like American citizens? Like, illegals are eating better than them.
Wow. Right. It's such a like difficult position for them to be in. And it is kind of political theater over the Department of Homeland Security, like yet another gamble on what to fund, and it mostly seems like it's anti-Trump, but you can see how it's a good example of how politics in Washington play out and actually impact everyday people, both the everyday Americans who work at TSA and the travelers, right? Like especially like a lot of people don't travel that much. So if you're at the airport, like you're excited for whatever trip you've saved up your money for, and then you get stuck in like a 6-hour delay, you miss the next flight, like you're having to pay extra for all kinds of things. Airlines are terrible at compensating. This was one of the Biden administration's big pushes to like have better compensation for delayed or canceled flights from airlines. It doesn't make me happy with anybody, regardless of political party. It just makes you frustrated. And like I said before, it makes me wonder, like during COVID, so I'm kind of rambling here, cut me off whenever, but during COVID, because of all of the masking rules and all kinds of stuff, there were also some like pilot strikes at the time. A lot of people just opted to drive. We saw a huge increase in basically the American road trip. And it makes me wonder if that's sort of the next step. Like over this summer, you'll see people being like, yeah, the airport was so crazy. They weren't funding TSA. I didn't want to get stuck. I just opted to book a vacation where I could drive to it.
Especially for those like 6 to 8 hour drives.
Yeah.
It's really like That's how long you spend in the airport anyways when you have to get there early.
That's true.
Yeah, my friend drives for a living. He doesn't even, like, he travels for a living. He doesn't even take flights unless it's more than a 10-hour drive. Because he's like, one delay will fuck up my job. I can't get to my job on time. Like, sure, you could run into traffic, and that can be a thing. But for the most part, I think that people are, more willing. And by the way, while those road trips were cranking, gas prices were like super expensive too. Like post-COVID, prices were very, very high. During COVID, prices were low, but where were you going to go? Everything was closed. Yeah,
I did a lot of driving during COVID, and it was very nice.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. So first, we kind of stuck it to the people on welfare. Now TSA is getting screwed again. Like, how many people are going to want to go into this job either? Like, hey, you want to get a job for the TSA? Well, weren't they just shut down like 3 months in a row?
Right.
And then like again, 2 months later? Like, I don't want that
job.
job.
I feel like if you something like, hey, come work for this company. They pay you sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah. And they don't even pay you that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not great. I had this for Melanie too. This one popped up. I don't know. We had this is going on in what appears to be a church.
Oh no! A gay church?
What is this?
I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. These people, do they have a job? Do they? Any of them? Imagine.
I love that he's filming this clearly sitting on the toilet.
Taking that time that they're doing this bullshit that's useless, putting it into a job. They do phenomenal. I know for sure that room smells like shit.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. They need to read how God told the Israelites to handle immigration and see what they think about that. Because
it's pretty clear. Then they had I don't know if you saw this too. So the author of a queer LGBTQ book for kids discusses how she designed her cover so parents would not be able to tell it is in fact an LGBTQ book, so kids can read it without parents realizing.
I'm so glad this author spoke about this, because as authors of queer books for kids and teens, it's unfortunately something we have to think about.
There are no queer kids.
Exactly.
You don't have to think about this. Like, if you're trying to get something sexual past the kid's parents, you're a creep. You're like potentially a pedophile.
A child predator.
Yeah.
A lot. When Penguin asked me what I wanted for my cover, I said I wanted it to be gay enough for queer kids and teens to clock it, but for homophobic parents.
I can't read what it says. You're brave enough.
When you're brave enough.
When you're brave enough, yeah.
To just
They
think
use
it's
that
a
like
friend-
gay art style.
Yeah, you can definitely tell they're gay. Yeah.
friendship story. So I said, no holding hands, make my character look gay. And it was
What's gay about this?
I don't
She has
know.
short hair and glasses. And this is how every girl who has glasses is like afraid they're going to look like a lesbian, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Because
Yeah,
you
they should have put a
unfairly
Subaru
claimed
in the
a
back.
weird trait. Like, sorry that your vision is bad.
Yeah. There was actually a story yesterday that I covered on my second channel that a school in LA purposely covered up that their kid was trans, and they killed themselves because that's what they do. And then now the parents are suing the school, and they should win.
Oh,
I'm not saying the school is why the kid, but then the school also like provided a outside resource for LGBTQ housing. I don't know who that person. They brought someone in to talk to all the gays at the school who wasn't even a school staffer. So I don't even know who that person was. And now the parents are suing the school. Like, this is going to start happening. We're seeing the detransition lawsuits happening. We're going to see more of this. Like, I'm just sure of it. And it's good. But these parents' kids are still dead.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to
I just don't think the school has the right to, like, if a kid is going through something major, like thinking they're in the wrong body or the wrong gender or whatever, to hide it from the parents. Like, I hate that the assumption is always that the parents are bad. Like, even with this book thing, it's that the parents
Right.
are bad at oppressing their children. Like,
Well, she's like, in case the parents are homophobic. It's like,
It's so anti-family. Like, why
Yeah.
assume the worst of these parents all the time? Because they're not necessarily going to let their kid live the way you want them to.
Yeah.
You're the one who's trying to get sexual stuff in front of them. Like,
Yep.
Well, they don't reproduce; they recruit. I mean, that's
Exactly.
there's a reason that saying is a thing, and like this stuff is, it's a pedophile move. It's like, yeah, it's just like, I don't understand. If I've learned anything, it's don't let liberals anywhere near your kids. Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
her book covers obviously studied queer graphic design because you can tell it has all the red flags. If you're hiding the agenda in your book from parents to groom kids, you're probably not the good guy. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of, like, I think there are gay people, but there are not many of them. And this idea that we're just saying it out loud and now, like, well, we're going to hide it from parents because they might want to get their kid help is like essentially how I track this. Like, there are a lot of people who are confused about their, I don't know if I'd even say sexuality, but we called them like metro kids or like tomboys. And as far as I know, none of them turned out to be gay. Like, I dated tomboys and they definitely didn't like girls, but they were uncomfortable because, I don't know, they started growing boobs and they were ashamed of it or something. Like, girls go through body changes, boys, same thing. It doesn't mean you're gay. It doesn't mean the school should be bringing in somebody from the outside to basically convince you.
From your parents.
Yeah, it's very weird, which brings me to, the story. Like, kids aren't born gay. They're made that way. Like, this video,
Yep.
I just came back from Sephora, so here's a little haul for you guys. First thing I got was the Summer Fridays lip balm in shade Pink Sugar, I think. I was smelling it on the way back home. Guys, it smells so good. Guys, the lady was so nice there, and she gave me so many samples of the Laneige Water Bank moisturizer and a bunch of hair oils. Last thing I got was the Bella Flor cream from Sol de Janeiro. This one smells so good. I have it in the spray, and
you don't need that. You're 8.
You can tell he watches a lot of these TikTokers and stuff.
He watches James Charles and all these people. Yeah. Yeah, actually, didn't he end up getting based? I think he got caught talking to young kids, and now he's like trying to rebrand as a conservative.
What he's doing now. All I know is, he's had many.
I just know he was caught hitting on underage
Something
boys,
was weird.
That's enough for me,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have a masculinity crisis. We have a fatherhood crisis. I mean,
yeah, so either this kid's dad is not in his life at all, or his mom wants a gay kid for the attention and to be virtuous, that, oh, look, I'm letting my kid be his true self, instead of saying, nah, dude, don't talk like that. That's gay. That's not good for you.
And Alex Clark wrote, oh, go ahead.
Yeah, my brothers, if they ever did something that was kind of weird, or if they're just mimicking a woman or something as kids, dad would be like, don't do that. That's gay. And they would stop.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
That is the proper course of action. Nobody should want their kid to grow up and get into a lifestyle like that. It's not good. There's nothing positive about that.
Well, Alex Clark wrote, which I think is great, a tremendous amount of parenting fails. Allowing a kid to even make this video for the internet in the first place, agree. A child owning any type of screen device, well,
yep.
Yeah, I mean, if they have a screen device, you should know what they're watching. And clearly this kid, like you said, is watching a bunch of gay shit on TikTok. That's what this kid's watching. Allowing the kid to use body and skincare products, they will not only age their skin faster because they're too harsh, but the endocrine disrupting will negatively impact hormones. And a father correctingly and lovingly saying these kids should not consume the minds of young men. Well, look, the mother should know better too. I mean, I don't think that it's just, look, if the dad's not around, which I assume, but you don't even know anymore these days. Their dads could be like Jerry O'Connell, where he's like, I just do whatever my wife and daughter say because they beat me.
Yeah.
Right.
There's, you don't know if there's some sort of beta male dad involved. The kids shouldn't be making these type of videos. It's disgusting. What do you think? This kid, he should get bullied, obviously. The fact
somebody needs to tell him, dude, that's gay. Don't.
I don't even know if it's dude, that's gay. I think it's go play outside. Like,
Yeah.
why are you consuming so much of internet skincare content that you are mimicking, like the hand gestures and the smell, all the names you're doing? Like, there are so many older female and male influencers that are doing this. That's clearly what he's spending his time consuming. Like, go develop your own interest instead of mimicking what's popular online. I understand that in some cases people like give their kid a phone so they can call, like whatever, but like
you can lock those things down though.
This like TikTok's not on your kid's phone, especially this kid is like what, 10? Like, he's not that old. Why is consuming, like doing product reviews for something he doesn't even need, the main source of entertainment? Like, I feel like parents are gonna be like, well, he likes them, he watches influencers, he wants to be like it. Like, sir, may I sign you up for a sport or like even theater camp? Like, whatever you want, just like get out of here. Like, get off the internet.
Now imagine if this kid grows up, puberty kicks in, testosterone, and he's like, more masculine after that, and he's trying to get a girlfriend, and he's got videos on the internet of him like this. How humiliating that would be for him. He would probably be very upset with his parents for even letting him post this crap on the internet.
Right.
And the other thing is, who bought it? Who bought the makeup?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all three of us have been to Sephora. That's like $100 right there. There's no way this kid is funding himself, which means
I know that this stuff is, I know my wife uses it. Like, I know it's not cheap. I know it's like $30 or $40 for a bottle, So yeah, Sephora's not cheap. You took your kid there. You set up I don't know, it looks like he's filming in a hotel room. I hope he's of his own free will. Someone in chat wrote, I will says, Jeremy, 37 kids found being trafficked in Hermite, California. Am I saying that right? No major coverage. Would be cool if you did a segment on it. Get some eyes on it. Well, I'll have to look into it. We'll look into it for tomorrow. And Claire will write it down. Yeah, we will cover it.
If you're on the Discord and can drop a link to it, that would be useful for me.
Yes. We have a Discord. You just go to thequartering.com/join and you can get in. And we're going to start doing segments as provided, one segment per day as provided from members of the Discord. So when you don't have to use the Discord, if you just become a member, there's an email form right where you log in.
Yeah.
And every day we're going to add one segment that is member submitted. So if you're looking for a great way to support the show, and we're definitely looking for your support, this is one. Just go become a member. It's the price of a Red Bull, and you support the show. Yeah. Also, DeWeasel makes a great point. Like, don't post your children to the internet.
Right.
Or allow them to post themselves. Look, if you want to like take a baby picture and cover up their face or whatever, I think that's fine. But like, their parents, like, here's a fun fact for the parents to know. Pedophiles are jerking off to videos of this.
Right.
Just so you know.
It's true.
Remember that whole thing where somebody was like going to these like family vlog videos and they were putting timestamps in them, and there were always the timestamps of like little girls or little boys in bathing suits. And it was like this huge problem. This guy like found it on thousands of videos. At one point,
YouTube turned off all of the comments for anything that was like tagged family vlogging. And then you saw a wave of these parent content creators be like, we're actually not going to feature our kids or talk about them. Like, it's actually just about us. It's not supposed to be because it's their livelihood. I mean, in this case, like, is this kid's mom like, yeah, I'll spend $50, $100 at Sephora so we generate however much money off of TikTok? Like, is this encouraged by the parents because it's a potential revenue stream? Which I don't like either, because then you get into whole like child labor laws.
I mean, they might be trying to do that, thinking, okay, let's make our son a new influencer and he'll make us tons of money and all of that. Look what happened with Jazz Jennings.
Oh my God. That person's going to kill themselves. Like, there's no doubt in my mind.
I know.
They're just like
tragic.
Yeah. They're just suffering. And if there's like, if only their parents had like provided them some love and direction during instead of like cutting their tits off and like
or
chopping their dick off or whatever it was. Yeah, it's
there was
crazy.
That child influencer Piper Raquel, and I think she's a part of a documentary I think out on Netflix. But she was like a kid influencer, and then she just turned 18 recently, and like she's on OnlyFans. But people have been saying like, well, her mom is grooming her for that. You can see that her mom, who's her manager, is encouraging this behavior and has been for a long time. Like,
and got a little more and a little more and a little more.
Right. It's
less
this whole,
clothed and
Right. So no one was surprised, but it's also like this child has been on the internet doing this influencer thing since she was like 10, I think, very young. This is not a culture that I want to be a part of. And I don't think that I think that there are some parents who think they're doing it because their kid likes it, but I just don't think it's worth the risk. Like,
well, that's the same as giving your kid the chocolate bar at the checkout. Yeah, they like Reese's Pieces, but it's not good for them. Like, if they want to get old and get fat like I did, that's one thing. But like, my parents never, like, it didn't matter how much I kicked and screamed. Like, there was no candy at the checkout.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't happen. And because they're like, well, no, it's not good for you. You shouldn't have that. Speaking of, like, on the other side of that, though, we have kind of like rapid fire topics today. Next week, we're going to move to like more like in-depth segments, I think, to work on doing clips for the channels to help them grow too. Because it seems like the live stream videos don't really help your channel grow, but like shorts and like clips are still a chance to grow. So I'm going to be populating the channel with that stuff. But here, how about this based Chad?
Good evening, members of the school board. My name is Leland Saunders, and I'm a 12-year-old resident of Farmersville, Texas. I understand that the outside organization was approved to be on campus. However, I am concerned about the religious material that were handed out to students during the lunch period. The following materials were handed out: hijabs, Qurans, and Sharia law pamphlets. Public schools serve students from many different religious backgrounds and students who have no religious beliefs at all. Because of that, I believe our schools must remain neutral when it comes to religious promotion during the school day. Even if participation was voluntary, handing out religious texts and items during school hours raises questions about whether that crosses the line from education into religion. That is something many families, including mine, are uncomfortable with.
Someone get this kid a nasal.
One religious organization.
He's very stuffy. He's doing good, but man alive, give this kid a breathe right strip.
Allowed to distribute materials.
He's killing it. I'm giving him all the credit. I'm just saying he sounds very
Jeremy, last week, I don't want a doom pill anymore. Jeremy today, making fun of Childs.
Oh, all right. I take it back.
This
You
is
were
the
all
youth, and
thinking
he's
it.
standing up for something. He must be so nervous.
Yeah, all right. He's doing what I couldn't.
I kind of disagree with the neutral thing, though. We are a Christian nation, so we need to bring prayer back to schools. We need we need the positivity of Christianity back in schools. So yeah, I think that obviously anyone in this country can practice whatever religion they want, but like in our schools and in these kind of institutions, hey, we're a Christian nation, therefore we need.
Fine, thanks. I just got blown out. Thanks, Melanie.
It's interesting because France takes a stance where you're not supposed to have any religion in schools. Like any government funded institution is secular, meaning it wouldn't be Christian, but you also they have a problem where it's like you're not supposed to wear hijabs in school. You can't display religion either way, which is sort of what he's describing as what he would prefer. I would be unhappy if somebody handed my kid a pamphlet on hijabs and the Quran.
If they handed my kid a hijab, I'd be down at that school immediately. No fucking way.
Because the other part is the counter to what he's saying, to be closer to what Melanie's saying, is but are they passing out pamphlets about the Bible? Because either you have to represent all of them, or I can understand where it's more equal to do none.
Wait a minute.
And I totally
Melanie, what was that? What was that?
Oh, it's a zero sugar.
Oh, all right.
Let her celebrate St. Patrick's Day the way she
wants
to.
She's cheating on Dr. Pepper. I'm just saying,
I am. This is an orange cream Coke Zero.
Oh, it's probably good though.
Cherry float Coke, Melanie?
I love it. I'm
obsessed.
Love it? It's so good. Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry about my mic. I'm getting a new one tomorrow. My old one broke.
Yeah, she kind of sounds like this kid. She's like, maybe I'll just make fun of Melanie, not this kid. It's probably the microphone screwing up this kid. Actually, you know what? It probably is the mic.
Yeah. He might be a little nasally. I understand.
Group be allowed to be given the same opportunity?
Hell yeah.
If so, how will that be managed fairly? If not, how is that even equal treatment? This is not about criticizing any specific religion.
This kid's definitely Christian,
This is about maintaining neutrality, fairness, and a religious boundary from education and religion. I respectfully ask the board to clarify the guidelines regarding outside groups and religious materials and to ensure that policies are applied consistently moving forward. Thank you for your time.
I like this video because
Based. He took his hat off to do that too.
Yeah. I like this video because in the day and age of kids who are addicted to the screen, like I like that this kid like wrote and practiced a presentation and delivered it. And also like so often when you see
He
these,
did
it's,
great
like,
too.
Kids
Like
who
he
are
did
like
great.
right. I feel like I only see it when it's like kids who are being told to identify as trans to like advance their parents' political agendas. And like it's nice that he's just like, I want equal like application of the law. Like it's different. It's nice. I liked his practice hand gestures.
Yeah, yeah, he definitely practiced.
He's okay. I think he's safe based. But if you wanted to see real based on there, you would have had a kid walk up and say, "Look, Islam is evil. It's of the devil. It's demonic. It does not belong in our country. Therefore, we need this stuff out of our schools, and we need to bring the Bible back."
Where's that preacher kid?
That's
that
real
we like?
based. Yes.
Yeah, where's that kid? Yeah, we need that kid. By the way, I think I saw this. Wait, is HCB and Jeremy not wearing green? Quick pinch them. Oh, I'm wearing green. I just, wait, hold on.
I just
No,
say
no, I'm
Patty
not.
stay mug.
Yeah, you did. You yeah. We got Patty. We got Patty's
got
mug.
Patty mugged, yeah.
I think that we're safe here. They tried replacing a worker with a robot in this restaurant, and here's how it went. He just starts breaking stuff, and then starts dancing. They can't even restrain it, which
No
is
one knew
also
how to
kind
turn
of
it off. This is my
Yeah.
nightmare.
yeah. I Robot. Yeah, shout out to the aforementioned tallow tits. These are I love this. I wish that we had steak and I mean, who wouldn't?
Steak and Shake's great.
Yeah, I love their burgers, but the closest one to me is like in Gurney, Illinois, I think. It's like 45
Maybe not
minutes.
for long. I mean, that's part of this interesting push. They're like the Maha restaurant. They're always like, we love RFK, beef tallow for days. Like
the
maybe
closest
they're gonna
one
expand nationally.
Wait, I got one. Wait, what's this? Wait. Where is this here? Oh, that's Steak Shack. Yeah, I don't have a Steak and Shake near me. The closest one is Gurney, Illinois. And you know what? I stop there every time I have to drive to Illinois. Like, I love their burgers. I'm sure people really like their shakes. I've never gotten one, but they look good. They have like a million different, I mean, it's in their name, but like, this is great. This is when tots were invented in the 50s. They were first cooked in beef tallow. Steak and Shake is bringing them 100% beef tallow tots. You can get a taste of the throwback tots. They're also selling a milkshake for $2.15, I think, to celebrate $2.25 maybe or $2.50 or whatever it is for the. Yeah, I got there. I get there.
With the chocolate Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, 100% beef tallow, zero trace of seed oils. Like, this is great.
Ooh.
I love it.
Nathan Brilliant said, I don't spend my early 20s sending these people to meet Allah, to have it come to the nation I love. Christ is King. Yeah, based. Okay. Yeah, it's based. Sorry, go ahead.
I really think that they are embracing like the second they can get RFK to come to a Steak and Shake location and eat their tallow tots and their milkshake, like this is what they're going for. I appreciate it. Yeah, because I've always heard that the Steak and Shake was really popular, but then it sort of waned over time. If this is how they make a comeback, it's really funny to me.
Well, I mean, I feel like fats like me would be like, I'm eating this and it's healthy. Yeah, like I think that they should work on that. Cameron says Demolition Ranch, the largest firearms-focused YouTube creator, which owns Bunker Branding, shut down everything because of the sickos going after his kids and wife. Right? Yeah, I know that. That happened a while ago, though. I think, right? He also probably had hundreds of millions in the bank because he also owned Vet Ranch too, which is wildly popular. I mean, he shouldn't have shut down, but yeah, there are weird sickos out there. I shouldn't say it's because he had so much money. I should say it was probably made easier because he was financially set. And, people don't even really know about Vet Ranch. And that was also wildly, wildly popular. Yeah, Vet Ranch was good, but I miss seeing Matt on YouTube with guns. Well, I think part of that also is YouTube kind of demonetized anything around gun culture and gun content.
Will you clarify for me? Is Vet Ranch like Veterans Ranch or is it like veterinarian?
No, veterinarian. Yeah, like
Ooh,
animals. Yeah.
Exciting.
But yeah, then there's also this story. I don't know if Hannah Claire's on this beat or not. But this woman got convicted yesterday who killed her husband and then wrote a children's book about grief.
Yes, this story is nutty. And I think this is like, she died 3 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
He was poisoned. But
she poisoned his Moscow Mule.
Yes.
Yeah.
And apparently, I think she had, if I remember the story correctly, she had attempted it one other time. And so they had 3 kids together and she kind of became famous. I think she was a little bit of a like mommy vlogger. If I'm not wrong, she's based in Utah. And
She's Utah, that's right.
But she got really famous because she said she wrote this book to explain to her sons like what happened to their dad and explain grief to them. You psycho! Like he's not with them because you murdered him.
That's
isn't that
do we know
crazy?
what do you know what she used? Do we know what she used?
I think it was rat poison, but the thing is, this story just stuck with me for so long because like these kids lost a parent. That's awful. It's really difficult, especially at a young age. Like my mom died when I was really young. It's something you live with the rest of your life. The only thing your mom did to try and comfort you, or the big thing, was actually to make herself famous, and also she killed your dad. Like then you lose another parent. This is terrible. Also, I can't I'm not for divorce, but I would pick
Chad is
divorce
saying
over murder.
Fentanyl? Oh my
Fentanyl.
goodness. Yeah,
Fentanyl,
you only
okay.
need so little of that to overdose.
Yeah, I suppose. And then you could say, oh, he was a drug addict. You know, like
Or he's addicted to pain pills or
she
whatever.
put fentanyl in his Moscow Mule twice.
Twice, yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, she and
25
she
years
got
in prison.
What's that?
She's getting 25 to life. Is
oh yeah, it's Utah. She could get the death penalty, right?
I don't know if she will, but I think it's on the table.
It contained 5 times the lethal dose of fentanyl.
Oh my.
Where do you? Yeah, I mean that's crazy. You wouldn't even know. Like there are stories of people overdosing just touching it. There's like a video of a cop that like barely touched it and he goes into like seizures immediately.
Yeah.
Like that shit is so dangerous. I'm pretty sure a friend of mine's
brought
wife
it
died
into
from
her
it
house
too.
where she has young children. Like, what? Why? Again, like I said, I'm not for divorce. I think you should work through as much as you can in marriage. But like, if your instinct is to off your husband, maybe get divorced.
Yeah, you're less for divorce than you are for murder.
Did she want? Did she like?
She wanted to meet a lover or something. Yeah.
Or I thought.
And she
did he have like a $4 million estate, or is that another one?
Yes, that's this one.
Yeah.
Oh, so she wanted his. Money.
Yeah, and in divorce, she may not have gotten all $4 million. Like I get that, but still.
My.
Yeah, well, she would have got at least half of it, probably. And yeah, the children's book actually was central to the case because it brought extra attention to her. And so she basically got away with it.
Oh, yeah, so I'm just reading this. And the housekeeper is the one who sold her the fentanyl. That's what that was the twist I always thought. So we were just like, if you're the housekeeper, why? Like, and I don't think the housekeeper is getting charged as like an accessory or anything, but I kind of feel like
because she had to, they probably testified, to that.
I think
fact.
so.
Yeah. They're probably like, well, you could go to jail for this, and this, or you could just be a star witness, which happens a lot. A lot of people skate on that stuff.
Wild how she's like, okay, let me make myself look like a victim by writing this book.
Oh.
It's insane.
I'm a wonderful mother. I'm trying to comfort my children and other kids in the world. Actually, though, the reason they're grieving their father is because I decided that I didn't want to get divorced.
How
yeah,
did
I
she
murdered
sleep
him
at night? That's what I want to know. How was she able to sleep at night and make this book? And this is just so depraved.
Well, she'll be sleeping in a 4x4 cell. Yeah. You know what's crazy is she'll be out. She will be alive again. Like this is one of my biggest problems with like Austin Metcalf, for example, like young murderers. Let's be clear now. I'm sorry, Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is not going to get life in prison. It's not going to happen. So people need to like manage your expectations. It was his first crime. They're going to say it was a crime of passion. There's no premeditation. He's going to get manslaughter, or maybe they might have like an escalator, some sort of thing. He'll get 8 years. I bet you Carmelo Anthony will be out of prison while we're still making videos. But Austin Metcalf is dead forever. Like this guy's dead forever. This woman is probably in her 40s. Even if she does all 25 years, which she won't, she'll be a model prisoner. Oh, she's only 35. So she'll be out. She'll be out when she's 50. She'll still have a long life. That's why I am like, I'm not for the death penalty, but I'm for life in prison, meaning life in prison. Like that. That's what I think. Like, if you kill somebody, especially in this manner, where it's premeditated, or in Carmelo Anthony's manner, where you had every opportunity to walk away and instead you pulled out a knife and stabbed him in the heart, you should go to life for prison. Austin Metcalf's parents are going to have to see Carmelo Anthony graduate college. They're going to have to see this guy get released from prison in 7 years, because that's how much time he's going to do. There's no way. This woman, 5 to 10 years tops. Book it. Like, she's not doing 25 years. There's no way. And like, I've never agreed with this, like, well, our prisons are so full. Okay, build more. Montana's got a lot of land. Build more prisons. New York, our prisons are overpopulated. Cool. Use my tax dollars to send them to a supermax in Montana or South Dakota or whatever, one of these states where there's tons of property. I would rather that than let them be back out on the street 6 months later to kill again.
Right.
Like,
well, and especially if you've got a murder charge. Like, it sounds weird, but I would rather let someone with, a lesser sentence out to make room for a murderer.
True.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Also,
okay.
like, people are still serving for marijuana. Like, let them
find
out.
someone find someone at a dime bag of weed.
Yeah.
And let them out, and make room for them.
And not that they took a plea deal for a lesser sentence. Like, truly, that was the crime. They're nonviolent. Put the murder. Yeah. Like, some of this seems like we could sort out who's going to prison.
Yeah. Depending on where she is in prison, she'll be released for being elderly at 48. Yeah, but I still don't think she'll do that much time. That's 13 years. I don't think she'll do it. She might because of the premeditation, but Carmelo ain't doing more than 10. I guarantee that. So Carmelo Anthony will be out of prison at 28.
Oh.
At 28, he has his whole life to live, and he'll probably kill again. I don't know, but like, if he only gets 10 years, he'll be 28 or 29, and he'll be out of prison. It's not fair. Like, you killed this kid.
His trial is this summer, right?
His trial starts in June. Yeah. Pac-Man says, good afternoon, Jeremy, Melanie, and Hannah Claire. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Did you see that raid on the place in Wisconsin that was full of beagles? Yes, it is. Oh. I have offered money to help rehouse them. That happened a while ago, didn't it?
Beagle Farm? Is that you?
Yeah. My wife gave money to that to help rehome them.
Is she building a beagle sanctuary in your backyard as we live in?
No, we can't take any of them in. I think it was called Ridgeland Farms. I think. What
happened was just like a bad breeding situation?
Well, it's just a puppy mill. They stormed a Wisconsin Beagle farm, took 23 dogs. So this was a different thing. Yeah, this happened back on March 15th. And it led to several arrests. This might have been a different Beagle thing than my wife.
Wait, a Baywatch star arrested after allegedly stealing beagles?
Well, this was this is the story here. Activists caught after break-in at Ridgeland Farms. This is in Wisconsin. A fast response from local law enforcement interrupted attempted theft by animal rights activists at Ridgeland Farms early Sunday morning. This is different. This was another beagle thing that my wife gave money to, because this happened just a week ago.
So we're breeding for animal testing, it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
That's so sad. Oh my.
Yeah. Animal testing is look, I mean, yeah, these people are going to go to jail. I mean, you can't do that. But I think let me look at Ridgeland Farms, I think. Why is this freaking Brave? I know Brave has to get paid, but at least like Ridgeland Farms, I think. Yeah. They're being brought up on. There's because they had here. Yeah, this might have been the one. Intense legal pressure regarding allegations of animal cruelty. They want to free. They have 2,000 beagles there.
Oh,
that's crazy. I mean, every time I hear beagles, I think about what Dr. Fauci did to them. Like, he put them in nets netted their face and cut their vocal cords so people wouldn't hear them cry as sandflies ate their face.
That's disgusting.
Like, that's what they did to those beagles, you know? So, you know, if this place ever burned down and someone saved the dogs, I mean, honestly, you know, that might be a better, but this has been around for a while. You can see these reviews are from like years ago. So people in Wisconsin have been trying to get rid of this place. So it might have been to the initial lawsuit. It might have been the same story. I'll have to ask her. But yeah, I mean, I want this place closed down. I don't. There are many things to say about animal testing, but you know, maybe in some cases it's absolutely necessary. I think for a long time it wasn't absolutely necessary, and it was just this thing that people did. If you're gonna do it, can we at least like use stray dogs that are near the end of their lives, or like, why are we creating more lives just to make them suffer? You know, like that's crazy. And I'm not in favor of animal testing at all.
Right.
But I feel like, okay, well, if they're absolutely, how about you offer prisoners?
There we go.
You have
There's
20-year
the
sentence.
crossover we needed.
You might, look, let's say you were facing 20 years and they were like, hey, you need to test this lipstick. You might get a crazy disease, but for every test that you do, every time you do it, will take 1 year off your sentence. You don't think people would sign up for that?
Oh, yeah.
I would. You know what I mean? Like,
at least give them the option, right? Isn't that what
Yeah.
people are saying about prison? It strips them of all their choices. He has a choice.
I mean, I'm not going to wear lipstick in prison. That would probably have unintended consequences.
Hilarious. You're just
But
like,
I like, okay.
I would.
Yeah. But I mean, like, you take somebody who's got 15 years prison for a nonviolent crime.
Yeah.
You let them sign up for medical testing. Why not? I don't have a problem with it. I know like people would be like, oh, but this is not fair. Well, I'd rather that than they breed puppies and then make them face a life of torture. This is that story. Gavin Newsom and Attorney General Bonta, 37 missing children found in Riverside County operation. The DOJ assisted the USMS-led operation along with several key agencies. The DOJ led 3 human trafficking teams across the state: Sacramento Regional Human Trafficking Task Force and Fresno Human Trafficking Sexual Predator Apprehension Team. We just give up on acronyms. Traffickers often target people who are already vulnerable. Yeah, we know that. So this doesn't tell me too much about it. They arrested 7 suspects, though. So that's the important thing. Recovering people is great. But oftentimes it's like, oh, we found 50 people in a semi-truck trailer and it was abandoned. And, you know, whoever was smuggling them or whatever,
That
walks
case
free.
happened where it was like over 25 people found dead in a semi-truck trailer because they were being smuggled, they were being trafficked. But yeah, people are like, we love the open border. This is a great idea.
Yeah, Kate says, we don't need animal testing. We have so many pedos and murderers who can volunteer. Yeah, see, exactly. Same team. Yeah. I mean, did you see that where Tim Tebow testified about the just the number of unique IP addresses that access child porn? It was like over 100,000 in the United States.
Oh, my.
I wonder if I can find that. Let me see if I can find that. Tim Tebow testimony. All right. Let's see. Yeah, here's this, I think.
Good morning, Chairman Hawley, Ranking Member Durbin, distinguished members of the committee. Thank you so much.
Shout out, good Christian. Yeah, and he's a strong Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Strong faith.
Having me, it's an honor and really a privilege and humbling to be here with all of you, Miss Julia, Miss Stacia, Yasmin, and Miss Jane. It really is humbling and feel unworthy to be sitting beside all of you. So thank you so much for your work. As you mentioned, I'm so blessed to be a part of the Tim Tebow Foundation, and we exist to bring faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need. But to really sum it up, it's to fight for people that can't fight for themselves. And I believe that's exactly why we're here today. Several years ago, we were finishing a leadership meeting, and I looked at Camille, our VP of Anti-Human Trafficking and Child Exploitation, and she had a very sober look on her face. And I said, Camille, what is it? What's breaking your heart? And she wrote down the number 20,000. And I said, Camille, 20,000 what? And she said 20,000 boys and girls. That's the best guess of what law enforcement can see in rape and abuse images, but yet they're categorized as unknown, unidentified. So that led us to a meeting in Lyon, France with HSI, FBI, Interpol, Europol, NCMEC, Google, ONIMI, and 18 other countries to find out, okay, what actually is the closest thing to the truth? And it wasn't 20,000. It was 57,000 boys and girls in the ICSA database that have yet to be identified. And that led us to renewed.
This one too, this was later. I just wanted to cut to this.
Every one of those red dot maps is a unique IP address that is downloaded, shared, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12. And that's just a 6-month screenshot of it. And there are over 338,000 on there. There's blue dots on there. You can't really see them, but the blue ones are the ones that are under investigation.
In a sea of red.
Isn't that a problem of what we're talking about?
Oh my.
Like, shout out Tim Tebow. Thank God for him.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's, you can see how passionate he is. Like, he really knows what the map is about. He's not like they're talking points, but he cares a lot about this. That map's horrifying. I am going to move to wherever the empty space is. Like, so
yeah, we do have some emptier spaces there that look.
Gotta just drop off the East Coast. It looks
Good
like
morning,
that's
Chairman.
good.
yeah, that is. I wondered, so they don't show it here.
Sharing or distributing, boys and girls are suffering for it. And to give you an idea of the scope of what's happening in America,
map up, so I want to show that.
There's a red dot map right over there over my right shoulder, and that's just a 6-month screenshot of the U.S. And every red dot that is on there is someone that is downloading, sharing, or distributing child rape images, almost all under the age of 12.
By the way, shout out for him calling it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say like child porn. He said rape, you know.
There's over 330 of them just in that 6-month screenshot. And we know that 55 to 85% of them are also hands-on offenders. And we know that your average offender has
55 to 85 are hands. Let's take the low number.
Wow.
That's 175,000 child predators.
Average
High numbers over
13
200K.
victims. That's horrifying.
Yeah.
That's 13 victims in their lifetime. The scale of harm.
By the way, the fact is, it does have 400,000 views. I'm like, how does this not, like, should have millions of views?
Right here in America is to a certain extent
he sounds
hard
like
to comprehend.
Distraught, you know, like
but that's
really
why
cares.
we're here. Yeah. And when you knock down one of those doors, you also have no idea how many boys and girls you're going to find. From Operation Renewed Hope 1, one of the doors that was knocked down, when they went in and seized his computer, they found that he also had raped 30 other boys and girls in that neighborhood. So there's a lot of work to do. And Ranking Member Durman, you're right. We have to be able to act. A little over a year ago, I was at one of our protection centers, and a protection center has extra security because there's still a bounty and a price on these girls and young women's lives. And I was walking through the counseling rooms, and I walk up to one of the counseling rooms, and it's this beautiful couch, and it's got teddy bears and toys and children's books in it. And right behind the couch, there's a window. And right behind the window is the wall, and it's the edge of the protection center. I look up to the top of the wall, and it's the razor wire all the way around the top. And I'm just looking at this picture, and it's a surreal picture because inside, those girls are gonna be cherished and loved and protected and cared for. But on the outside, they went through an earthly form of hell. And I'm standing there looking at this picture, and one of our team members comes and whispers in my ear as I'm looking at this picture. And he said, "Man, isn't it such a thin line between tortured and treasured?" And he was right. It is a thin line between tortured and treasured. And you are that thin line. And all of you are that thin line. But we have to have more people on that line, and we have to do a whole lot more, and we have to do it faster. Because every day we wait, they're suffering, they're crying, and I believe right now many of them are praying that we would respond. But how are we really going to respond? Because I ultimately also believe that this is what we're called to do. And what is calling me, and in my opinion, the best definition is an urgent and divine invitation to accept responsibility for a particular task. But the question is, will we actually accept the responsibility of caring for these boys and girls and truly protecting them, or are we just going to continue to talk about it? Because there's so much we can do, but the question is, will we? Thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me.
So yeah,
wow!
Shout out Tim Tebow.
Every guy who came out of the NFL was like this. Was like, this is what I'm called to do.
Yeah,
that'd be amazing. There are other guys who do like very interesting and good work.
Right?
Like he got a lot of passion.
Yeah, Tim Tebow is definitely great. And like I met a guy that's friends with him who works with his organization, and I definitely like want to try to get involved some way.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy to me. Like, to me, if you have 300,000 people with a 55% hands-on offender rate, that's 150,000 people that could be shot.
Yep.
In Minecraft. Yeah. That's so many. That's, hey, you want to talk about ICE? Deploy ICE and get these fucking people. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. This is so crazy. 100, it's like, I was like getting emotional thinking about it, because it's like, fuck, like that's so many. And then if you have 200,000, which would be like probably the middle, right? That'd be like 65% of them being hands-on offenders, with what, an average of, what do they say, an average of 12 to 13 victims?
13 victims, yeah.
That's millions of kids getting molested. And
Well, think of that one story. He's like, 30 kids in the neighborhood were victims of this guy.
60, I think.
Like, that's nuts. That's crazy.
And those kids are going to grow up to be trans and have other.
Right.
If you look at the pipeline of people who are gay and trans, I don't know the exact number, but like it's a direct line.
Yeah.
Many of these people were abused as a child, so they end up gay or trans, or they end up,
or they suffer with like very
shooting up
serious
schools,
suicidal ideation. They suffer with anxiety, depression. Like, it's a lifelong scar that I think is very difficult to heal. Like, this is, it's just sad. And like the fact that it's not just online, right? Like, was it Slate, or was it one of these liberal publications was trying to like normalize pedophilia at one point? Like, being minor attracted. And you want to be like,
it was written by like a MAP advocate or some shit like that. It was written by one of these monsters.
And he's like, well, I don't act on it. And you're like, I don't believe you. And also, it's not worth the risk. Like, I can't risk any kid's life.
I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't believe that you don't act on it. The very act of, fantasizing about raping kids is enough for me.
It is. Yeah.
Like, you just like, I saw a story. I'm going to cover it on my main channel. I thought about not covering because it's kind of dark, but just yesterday, another troon got arrested for raping a 6-month-old. Like, how do you even rape a 6-month-old? I don't even understand the logistics of that. But like, and how much you guys want to bet that this trans person was abused when they were young?
Right.
Like, quote, the unique IP address does not translate to one offender per IP. Sure, fine. Okay. If it's 50,000, is that enough to care about? Is 10,000? Yes, they're using a VPN and they're switching it every time. Okay, fine. Is it 20,000? I mean, like
one is enough to care about.
I feel like
right?
I don't want to, like, someone in chat's like, they're using that for shock factor. I don't know if I want to be on that hill, being like, well, there's not really that many people raping kids.
Right.
Again, like, I think one is enough. Like, 0 is the limit.
Yeah. I think ultimately, I'm not going to really, yes, you're probably right. It's probably not exactly that many, but one is too many.
I still think there's more than we realize. If you just look at these predator catcher channels, like Alex Rosen, he's finding these people pretty effortlessly.
He's finding, he's done what, hundreds of them?
Yeah.
Like here, by the way, breaking, president of Gettysburg, PA, LGBTQ pride organization and former Democrat has been arrested on child sex crimes.
I'm on my way to the final 2 shows of the weekend. Drag brunch at the Sign of the Buck. It has been a glorious weekend.
I bet.
Even despite a little bit of rain and a whole lot of wind yesterday, it has been a wonderful weekend with events.
Yeah. So, these are people like, as long as pedophilia exists, homophobia will continue to exist. Another sad example of the attack on LGBTQ is the fear over the P word. Stop saying we're pedos. Stop being pedos. Again, this is not a political thing for me. Like, there's someone's like, well, a January 6th person was a pedo. Okay, cool. Put him in the wood chipper, metaphorically. I don't care.
Exactly.
There's all these people that think like, you're pointing out that there's a lot of, woke leftist pedos. Let's say it's 80-20. Fine. The other 20% is bad too. Yep. I don't care. I don't care who you prioritize getting off the street.
Right.
Yeah, that's like, why is it always the whataboutisms? Because every time it's like, we'll call out some some pedo like from the gay community and stuff, then it's just like, what about the Catholic priest? It's like,
Yeah, okay, get them
put
too.
them in the wood chipper too.
yeah. Like this is not an.
This is a big tent moment for Melanie. She's like, everyone who's
exactly.
hurting
Wood
children
chippers for all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. That's just kind of going on with war talk right now too. They're like, I'm like, well, MAGA isn't as fractured as X would have you think. What, do you support the war? Why are you so pro-war, Jeremy? I'm like, but I didn't say that. It's like the age-old meme. What is it like? It's like an actual meme. What's the meme? It's like, I don't like pancakes. And then like the replies are like, why are you? It's like something
what
totally.
Waffles? Why do you hate waffles?
Why do you hate waffles? It's like, what?
Yeah.
Jeremy, how about that person who got 180 days after doing those 2 kids under 13, but that white woman who got 180 days for saying the N-word for the same area? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, pedos don't stop being pedos. When they get out of jail, watch that documentary. What is it called? A Place for Pedophiles. It's basically like they're out of jail, but like they can't be in society. So we put them like, fine. Like I don't want them in society. I just don't. And Hong Kong says, let's go bash the queers promptly. Yeah, I mean, like, look, let's just stick to the pedos, So here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Why do you claim to care about this, but not care about Epstein? My brother in Christ, I've done 1,000 videos on Epstein and hundreds of streams on it. How many have you done? Like,
yes, exactly.
Fuck, can we not with that? Like, I'm so tiresome. That's how X is right now, too. Like, even at the chat, you don't care about Epstein. Dude, look at my backlog. Look at my career of covering the Epstein files. Like, it's like, I'm so over that the whataboutism and like, I don't know what the right word for it, but it's like fake, like, it's like,
well, it's just
I don't know how. There's a word for it, but it's like, yeah. Why are you coming after me for that? I've talked about that.
To distract about whatever else you're talking about, so they just want to divert onto something else, and it doesn't mean that, because it's same thing with like the ICE stuff as well. If it's just like, it's like, yeah, we need to get these. Look at these illegal immigrant rapists. What about the legal immigrant rapists?
Yeah,
what about the white men rapists? Okay, we don't want them, like, we want them punished too? Like, what do you mean with this whataboutism? Okay, so because American citizens, there are some who are rapists, means that we should allow illegal immigrant races? What is it? Their logic makes no sense.
Well, it is, it's a mindset, which is why, like, X is so toxic right now.
Yeah.
It's a mindset of these people actually get nothing done in their life.
Yeah.
They spend all day saying, what about this? What about that? What about this? It's like, oh, ICE deports 1,000 child predators, but there's millions more. It's like, oh, it's like, I can't with these fucking people. I fucking can't. Like, I'm going to have a meltdown. It's like, okay.
Menti B, maybe?
You sit on the fucking internet all day complaining about how it's not enough. Why don't you go sign up? Go sign up for ICE then. Well, it's not enough. Okay, fine. I bet you're a lot of fun at parties. Oh, hey, we won $1 million. We won the second prize of $1 million, but we didn't win the $5 million. It's like, you people, I don't know if it's the libertarians that are like this, but like, it's all like, everything good.
Get on my nerves, man.
Yeah,
they want this like utopia thing that their whole ideologies just don't exist in a real world.
No win is enough if it's not a complete and total victory.
Exactly. And then they expect all of society to govern themselves into complete and total victory.
Yeah.
And then they fight amongst themselves. One of my favorite experiences ever was going to the Libertarian National Convention, because they're really passionate and they have like specific beliefs, which I love, but then also they all don't like get along. Like they all fight about all kinds of stuff.
Didn't you retards vote for a pro-mask, pro-lockdown candidate?
Exactly.
Didn't you fucking vote for him?
Queen, story hour dude too.
Yeah. Like I'm convinced it's the libertarians that are like largely behind the MAGA is dead. It's like if you say it, it's like if I'm like, well, I don't know about all that. I get like 1,000 people in the comments spurging out that it is, and it's like, well, if it is, why are you trying so hard to convince me? Like, Like, yeah, Trump. I remember the first time I voted for Trump, and what did he do a weekend? Fucking fire missiles into Syria or some shit like that. It's like, it's that meme. It's like, first time, huh? Like, yeah, Trump does stupid shit sometimes. I don't support the war in Iran, and I didn't support him sending missiles into Syria. But what is your alternative? Spending all day on X being like, but what about? But what about? It's like, okay, I just don't, like, it's in sports. I've used this analogy before. It's like, oh, your sports team, your football team won 30-7. You're like, yeah, but they lit up a bullshit touchdown at the end. Why can't we ever just win by 50? I fucking know somebody like this, and and I can't watch sports with them anymore. It's like, dude, can you enjoy they enjoy nothing in life.
It's Melanie. You don't have to hide her name.
She's not like that. No, she's not like that.
I'm just kidding.
But like, my dad was like that watching sports too. Like the Packers would win 35-21, and all he'd be talking about how Brett Favre threw 2 interceptions. And I'm like,
right,
Dad, they won by 2 touchdowns, and the game was never even close. Yeah, but I was like, dude, they won. We just watched 3 hours of our lives watching the game. We won it. We should be happy. Stop ruining this for me.
Yeah.
And like, that's why I watch sports alone. It's because of people like that. Like, Melanie's not like that, but I'm not allowed to watch sports with Melanie, apparently. Yeah, it's creepy and weird. But like, it's just like, those are the people that are online being like, yeah, well, I mean, everything good Trump has done is being erased by this one thing. Yeah, well, he hasn't arrested everybody in the Epstein files. It's like, okay, fine. You win. Yes, he didn't. Who do you want arrested? Oh, you can't say because you don't know? Like, yeah, I want, if people are trafficking kids, I want them in prison. Yeah. Give me a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want war with Iran. But like, just because I'm not spending all day spurging out about it doesn't mean I support it. It's just, It's so like, I'm so done with lulberts. And I don't think all libertarians are like this, but like, I feel like it's a bunch of Johnny-come-latelys that haven't been around for Trump for the last 16 years and knows that every once in a while he can do some stupid shit. Do I like that he has Pam Bondi around? No. What's your alternative? Fucking Chase Geyser? No, not Chase Geyser. Sorry. Wrong name. Wasn't his name Chase something like that? The guy they elected? The guy they elected that was pro-mask and pro-vaccine? That's who the libertarians elected to represent their party. So it's like, you want to bitch at me about Trump? I understand. Maybe they feel like, oh, they got duped. Chase Oliver. Okay, so what? I wasn't, yeah. Like Chase Oliver was like a pro-vax leftist. That's who the libertarians picked.
Flag stuff too? Like,
yes. Yeah. He was an LGBTQ pride fucking loser. Yeah. Like, excuse me, lulberts who finally voted for Trump one time. Get out of my damn mentions with your, get out of your mentions, my mentions with well, he hasn't arrested Epstein, or the Epstein people. You know what? Neither did Biden. And Chase Oliver got about 7 votes. So get out of my mentions. What do you want from me? Yeah, Trump's not perfect. I don't like Pam Bondi. I don't like Kash Patel. And I say these things, but like, I'm so fed up with like, well, MAGA's dead. You are never part of MAGA. You voted for Trump one time and you think, I mean, look at all the good he's done. Maha's doing great. Deportations are doing great. ICE is doing great. There's a lot of good. But yes, I agree. The Iran war is bad. But all these people that are saying MAGA is dead are either grifters who are trying to move on to the next thing, or we're never MAGA anyway. Like,
yeah,
I've never
not
said
touching grass. If you actually
go out and talk to somebody.
Step out in the real world, like MAGA is far from dead.
I published this here. I guarantee you we look at my mentions right now. Okay, so here's a CNN poll, right? Uh-oh, what was? Oh, that was a car. I was like, was there a tornado siren
going off? Near me. I'm sorry. I don't control the traffic, so I can't stop it.
Here's CNN saying that 90%.
MAGA GOP on the U.S. military action in Iran. Look at this. Nearly 9 in 10, 89% approve of the U.S. military action in Iran. That is.
You audition for this job. Sorry.
So I go, MAGA is dead. Look at that. 590 replies. What do you think they're saying? Well, so now you trust polls? Oh, so now you trust CNN? Oh, so now, so it's everybody. I guarantee you that's what people are saying underneath. It's like, Dude, if you go out into the street, I would say you go, here's Nina. I love you, Nina. There's some cope, Jeremy. Mega is dead. Nina, you live in Mexico. I love you.
She's not American. I feel the same way. Like I love Nina too, but sometimes she'll try to talk about things that's just not her wheelhouse. She's done this with me as well. I'm like, look, Nina, respectfully, you're not American and you're not Christian. So why are you trying to explain these things to me?
Yeah, it's just, and then like, well, it's a small group. These same tards would be like, oh, 90% approved. And if I was like, well, it's a small group, they'd be like, oh, no, you don't believe, you know what I mean? Like, it's all goalpost moving from, Israel deranged people. That's all it is.
Yeah, and a lot of the people too is just, that's also part of these Muslim, this Muslim propaganda that's been all over the internet. And that's also part of their mission statement is to divide MAGA, divide the right. That's
right.
And so when you look on the internet, if you are chronically online, and
here you go, Mega trust the polls now. What a surprise!
Right.
It's
they don't reflect people in the real world. They just
go out and touch grass, talk to real people.
Yeah.
The complaints are the valid complaints are. Most people I talk to are either indifferent or don't love this war with Iran.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. That's a fair criticism, and this 90% approval, they're like, well, those are all Trump dick suckers. You think CNN fucking wanted this poll to turn out this way? Do you think CNN wanted to have this guy on air and say that 90% of people approve of the president? No. So like the idea that, CNN was handpicking this to make Trump, that's what the lulberts in my comments are saying. Well, they just handpicked Trump dick suckers. You never voted for Trump. I guarantee it. And like, if you did, you would know how like annoying that, a lot of the media is around it and how annoying Trump can be at times. He's not a perfect president. He fired missiles into Syria when he explicitly said he wasn't going to do that. He obviously had several operations in Iran now. People don't love that he went and got the guy from Venezuela. He's always going to do that. And again, I think identifying as MAGA is cringe in a way. Like, it shouldn't be your personality. But like, there are a lot of people online, I think most of them are lulberts and groypers, who are like seizing on this and pretending that I voted for Trump 3 times. And this, it's like, if you voted for Trump, sorry girls, if you voted for Trump 3 fucking times, then you should know. You should fucking know that Trump is going to do some bullshit. Imagine voting for Trump, okay? Imagine voting for Trump and being surprised that he's pro-Israel. Imagine it. Fucking imagine it. Like, this guy has been pro-Trump, or pro-Israel, not only his entire life, but in every single election, okay? And these people are like, oh, he's sucking Bibi's cock. It's like, are you new here? Like, what are these? Who the fuck are these people? They aren't Trump voters. They can't be. They can't be.
They can be and have not been like nuanced on the issue, right? Like, one of the things that I think people forget about, especially American politics, but probably all politics, is like you end up compromising. I've never seen a candidate represent every single one of the views.
Name one ever. Trump's probably the closest we've ever had, except
do you remember
the first
there were
term.
some prominent like pro-life advocates who I respect a lot, who were like, I can't remember what it was, if it was an IVF thing or something else, but they came out and they were like, I will not support Trump this election because this violates pro-life principles. And my thought at the time was like, because Kamala Harris is a better alternative. Like,
they never have an answer for that, Hannah Claire, though. That's the problem.
The thing. Like, I respect if you want to stand by your principles. I get it. I do. But in this case, like, I would rather have close to the goal than completely opposed to the goal.
That's exactly it.
And I think, like, with America First, let's say, like, I don't want to hang out with Israel. I don't feel like we need to be involved with them.
I agree.
Like, I don't think that, Trump was necessarily going to share my opinion exactly on Israel. I also don't think Kamala Harris was going to. Biden didn't. Like, like, it's one of these things like, you're like, you don't get it 100% perfect all the time.
Well, you don't even get it 70%. What you get is, like, if you're lucky, 51%, right? Like, nobody was bitching about Trump when, before this Iran thing. Now suddenly the Iran thing happens and everyone's like, oh my God, everything's falling apart. Guys, we've had high gas prices for about 8 seconds. We had it for 4 years under Biden. You want to trade all that in and pretend like, it's just so disingenuous. That's what bothers me. Like, it's like when the Groypers are like, we're going to vote Democrat now. No, you're not. You didn't vote in the first fucking place. Like, show me your vote.
Especially, so how are you going to vote in U.S. elections when you're in Saudi Arabia?
You're 15 years old. Are you fucking voting?
Got him.
Like, remember when they were going to go to Michigan and vote Democrat? How'd that work out for them? Like, it's nonsense. It's a bunch of sideline sitting fucking pussies, okay, who are like, well, this isn't perfect, so I'm going to be upset about it. And it's like, I get it. I wish Trump would have mobilized the military and deported 20 million people in a month, but that's not realistic. I wish that Trump would have audited Fort Knox. I do, and I still don't have an answer for that. I wish that we would have gotten arrested on Epstein. Show me the files that we have that show somebody that is willing, that doesn't take a leap of faith to say arrested. Give me anything. Yeah, Bill Clinton was there 50 times. Okay. Show me he raped somebody and we will agree that he should be arrested. I'm not saying bad things didn't happen there. And it's always like this, well, so what, you support pedophiles now? I'm like, no, but what do you want them to do? What do you want them to do? I don't see any evidence. It's probably all deleted. The corrupt FBI probably covered for him or whatever. But like, still being mad about it does nothing. It does not move the boulder up the hill. You're at best holding it where it is. You'd be better off realizing that, hey, this one issue we're not going to get a win on. Let's move over to some other issue where we can get wins on. That's how winning is done. That's how business is done. That's how real people do it. They don't stick on one fucking issue forever and let it ruin their lives. It's crazy to me. Jeremy, quoting Democrats loved high gas prices for Ukraine. The gas prices under Biden were insanely high. We've had 1 week of high gas prices, which again, I don't agree with. But it's like, people are, look at gas. I'm like, gas was historic lows for the first year of Trump's presidency. We all forgot about that because of 1 week, gas was kind of high. It's just so, I don't know. It just feels so fake to me. It feels like it's a bunch of people who hate Israel or are libertarians or both.
Yep.
And they have coalesced over this. We were MAGA and we're really upset. And if you don't agree with us, then you must be diametrically opposed to us. Like if you say, well, I'm glad I had Trump instead of Kamala, they're like, well, you support pedophiles? They're no different than the left. Their talking points are no different than the left.
Yep.
They're just people who are never happy and they move the goalpost constantly. This is what I want you to do. Call up on Gino Patel for covering up the Epstein line. I did do that. I did. I fucking did. I did it constantly. This is why it's like I'm taking crazy pills, girls. I did for a year on live stream. We talked about fucking Epstein.
Recorded to the internet. Like I think you could probably
Go
put together
look.
a montage.
I've called
That's
for
what
Cash
you have
Patel.
the editors do. A montage of you calling them out.
I have said Cash Patel sucks ass since Jump Street. Like, do people not watch the show? I think Dan Bongino did a terrible job. I think Cash Patel is a joke. I think Pam Bondi's a joke. Does that mean I'm going to go on the internet and say, MAGA's dead, man, I'm voting for a Democrat? No.
Some people have their talking points, and no matter what, they're going to use them.
Yeah. I guess that's it. Yeah. I guess that's yeah. Yeah, I imagine, you know what? I'd be making a shitload more money right now if Kamala Harris was president. You know, like I would be. I'd be talking about DEI, I'd be Hollywood woke bullshit.
Yep.
All this stuff would be great for business. And that's why I feel like, yeah, someone said Jeremy's been sucking their dick since day one. I know you're just trying to trigger me because that's just not true. I said basically after a month, you can go back to like a month after Cash Patel became the head, and I was talking about how much time do we give this guy? He's not doing anything. And like, it's bonkers. So anybody who's actually watched the show knows that I've been very critical of these people. I have not redeemed it.
One of the reasons I think you're good at the internet is that like you are pretty good at taking it, but also when people get a rise out of you, you can like really, really monologue. Like it's amazing to me because like a lot of this is like stuff that you have very passionately said on the show many times.
Yeah.
And you're still willing to like go through the talking points. Like I don't have the energy or drive that you do. It's amazing.
Well, it's just because I just want better for people.
Yeah.
I don't think you make your life better spending all day on X spurging out about Trump.
Right.
I don't think you make your life better picking a losing issue. Look, we lost on the Epstein issue. Okay. If you don't believe that, I don't know what to tell you. There was never going to be any evidence for Trump to release, by the way. If there was evidence, the FBI was involved in it and they covered it up. So fucking now what? Are you going to spend the next 2 years talking about Epstein, or are you going to move on to, it's like sometimes you have to take the L, and it's unfortunate. I take a lot of L's, but like the biggest L is wasting your life on this shit. Like, oh my God, everything's not totally perfect. This is crazy. I feel betrayed. It's like, go outside and pick flowers. Take your wife out to dinner. Go do something, because there's not enough time in the world. Like, yeah, I wish all of these things that Trump brought, but what does bitching about it do? Nothing. Like, at least pick issues we can win on. Trump already started this stupid war. So what is bitching about it going to do? Nothing. Get you clicks on X, I guess. Classic says, I think Trump is doing more foreign issues because he's less restricted by Congress, able to possibly get bigger changes. Maybe. I don't know. I don't pretend to know what the hell Trump is thinking at any time, because I don't know what he's doing. Get out of this war. You guys, the Epstein, we lost the Epstein thing. There's nothing left to say about it.
Right. Even if that's true, I appreciate the theory, like could make sense. I think people, at least a lot of people, voted for him because he was promising to make America better. And I get like defense and terrorist threats or whatever, but the more money and time that goes towards foreign conflicts, the less I think the voters feel as though he's fulfilling the promises.
Yes,
that he made
I agree.
To them.
Yeah.
So like maybe it's true because Congress is kind of gridlocked over a lot of stuff. He's like taking care of business somewhere else. I don't want that to be the priority of his presidency.
I don't either. I want to get back to, can we bring back Doge? Like, do you think I was happy when Doge collapsed? Doge was probably other than illegal migration or immigration, Doge was probably the most popular thing he ran on, and they gave up on it immediately. Like, they got rid of USAID and they were like, that's it. That's it. That they need to go back to that. There's a reason Nick Shirley is absolutely, and we're going to transition to that because there's a reason Nick Shirley is killing it. It's because
I'm really getting under Gavin Newsom's skin.
Yeah, well, but people love this idea of like not wasting our money.
Mm-hmm.
That's wildly popular. And I have some clips. Yeah, here. They're stealing money from hospice care. So from people who are receiving end of life care, they're stealing. I think he uncovered $170 billion.
Oh man.
These people run a fake hospice.
This is the sound of hospice money. Could you just answer the question, what's the need for 1,000% increase in hospice care here inside of LA? Do you have the paperwork to enroll a little boy by the name of Joey?
You don't know what's going on?
Well, it says there's 14 children enrolled here on the state of California. That there is $6,000 per beneficiary. Can you give us any explanation? Where can we open a hospice at? Get a Maybach just like you.
Oh, nice car.
California.
$200,000 car, $300,000 car.
Oh.
I had a better, but like basically like he goes to this. This is the guy that raped a 6-month-old, by the way.
Oh,
any surprises with
goodness.
that? Yeah.
Wow.
I had the Sabrina Carpenter thing for us too. But where was this? Maybe it was in this clip, but there was like, yeah, this one like here.
Are you the head honcho here or what?
No. This is like a dilapidated old motel, and there's like businesses listed in every one of the rooms.
Get out of from you.
Wait, I thought you don't know who these people were though.
Give me my phone.
Alrighty. Light of Angel.
Here, Light of Angel. Yeah, do not. He's redeeming it.
Light Angel.
Come here.
Oh, you. Oh, I'm running. Look at him. What?
Come here.
I'm right here. I'm right here, sir.
Come here.
What's going on?
Call 911.
For what?
Like everybody in this parking lot was driving like Cybertrucks and BMWs. Look at their office space. You think this guy? I mean, they just put like garbage in here, and they're driving like $300,000 cars, and they're stealing money from the federal government. That's supposed. Look at it. This is his business. Look inside there.
Give me my phone.
Oh.
Looks like he's got a gun safe for his
And
cash.
they're all
though.
claiming their hospice care from this.
Mm-hmm. They all run hospice care businesses, and it's just it's there's Gavin. Yeah, I wanted to see if I could let me see if I can find him in that neighborhood.
Okay.
Are they
Here.
selling a car right now?
Grandma's not going to Alpha and Omega, so maybe she can go to Serene Touch Home Healthcare.
Oh.
Says they're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. It's 1 p.m. right now. Let's see if they're here. Perfect. This one's open. Hello.
Every one of these
once
is a scam.
again, it was completely empty and nobody
Why
was
would
there.
they
We
all
went
be
to the
in this
next
cluster
door because it
motel
was another.
anyways? Like,
Yeah.
Here
They're
we
not
have
even
another
trying.
location.
It's because stealing money was so easy. Like they don't even have to try.
St. Michelle, HHCI, Home Healthcare Inc. Hello? No one's here. Hello, sir.
How can I help you?
Yes.
17.3 million so
Well, we
far.
were originally.
I wanted to get to this guy.
We're going to get the crooks.
Okay, well, can you tell us, for instance?
Once he finds out he's not there for them, he's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, they're a bunch of crooks.
Oh.
Here's a nice.
We just gotta answer some questions, and why can't?
Who's running out?
What? Look at all the people scattering out of here. They're all.
No, I don't.
Yeah, once they knew Nick was there.
Give me my
Wait,
phone.
I thought.
I was trying to find this.
You're shaking. Why are you shaking?
Nice.
Here's one right here, and inside of there, you have a whole plethora of Mercedes, Teslas, BMWs, you name it. But apparently, there's nothing fishy going on according to them.
We then headed to the next hospice compound in search of Hospice of Caring Hearts, which billed $2.5 million. However, when we arrived, it was nowhere to be found, but there was a bunch of new hospices that had popped up.
So this is how crazy this hospice fraud
They all
is
have
here
security
inside
systems
of
too. You ever
California.
notice that?
You have all these businesses. They literally
well, they wouldn't want to
open
be
a business,
they wouldn't want to be stolen
HFS.
from, you know?
Right,
ironically.
yes, exactly.
They don't do anything with the storefront. And then you have another one right here, Relief Home Healthcare. Absolutely empty inside. And then you have another one, SKH Home Healthcare. They're just popping up everywhere. So this isn't some random thing that's happening here inside of California and Los Angeles in this Van Nuys area. Quite literally, we've been to 2 locations so far, and they're just popping up these home healthcare, these hospice centers, and they're not even doing anything to try and hide.
Where are they
what
going to
they're
put
doing. It's 1
15
p.m. right
elderly
now.
people who can't take care of their own medical needs? You know?
No one's
Well,
working
like
the front
Americans,
desk.
everything in
Inside
healthcare
this
is so
location
expensive.
as well.
California hospice care. Don't worry, we're not part of the problem.
You have
They have all the computer equipment too. The doors are open. No one's there.
absolutely nobody inside it. We're just wondering, we're coming through Van Nuys, how come there's so many of these home health care, these hospices that are popping up everywhere?
I have no idea.
What made you want to start yours?
They all sound foreign too.
Yeah.
Okay, and how come you think there's such a sudden rise of all these hospices and home health cares?
Hmm.
No idea, honestly.
Oh yeah, you don't, huh?
Business or?
I wouldn't say like that's that crazy.
Oh, it's not crazy, huh?
Because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know.
The same building, but now on the backside you have Canestro Care Hospice Inc., Studio Care Hospice Inc., El Primero Home Health Care right there.
50 million so far.
If you're looking for a massage to take a break from the hospice and everything, you can come right up here and get some sort of massage.
And this building right here is a perfect example of a dilapidated building that is now being used for a hospice, home health care, and adult daycare.
And this is the crazy thing that appears to be happening here in California. You can just start your own hospice. You have Advent Hospice right here. If you want to start your own home health care, you can just put up a white piece of paper. And
That's all-
stick
yeah,
your
that's
logo
literally
on
all
it.
they're
It's
doing.
your home health care company.
you own a
If you want
printer,
to start
you
an
could own
adult
a
daycare,
hospice.
you can
Wow.
just get
Yes.
a building like this and receive money from the government. That's the crazy thing is inside this one building, you have an adult day health care, you have a hospice, and then you have a home health care center operating all in one location. And why are tax dollars going towards all of these buildings? And they're quite literally everywhere. Everyone should be a bit suspicious.
And I think like you should obviously people should watch his whole video. But like these people he
collect
interviews,
the Medicare numbers from individuals and then
license in the state of California. They take the Medicare numbers, they bill Medicare, the Medicare sends them a check right away. It's an easy process.
So an old person might be a bit naive to giving somebody their Medicare number,
Yes.
and without them even knowing, that's more valuable than giving them their credit card number.
Correct.
In fact, in LA, there's locations that will teach you how to open up your own hospice center. So I went there with a potential business partner to try and become a multi-millionaire in hospice.
We know that hospice is a very lucrative business, so I have joined a business partner right here. His name's Darren, and we're here
We're just
outside the
standing in the
hospice
rain.
consultants, and we would like to start our own hospice today. We're just two young men who want to become millionaires here inside the United States, and it seems like the only way to do it nowadays is by committing fraud. So we're gonna go in and see if we can start our own hospice.
All right, I hope they.
Are you guys the hospice consultants?
Yes.
Oh, can we talk to you guys?
About?
I want to open my hospice.
You want to open a hospice?
Yeah.
They're all foreigners.
Wow.
Not a single white person among them anywhere.
Okay, what was your name?
My name's Nick, but I want to open up a hospice.
I understand, but we don't take care of that.
Can I get some information?
You don't take care of that.
Do you want a number?
Yeah, or give me a flyer or something.
I bet you they're both wearing designer clothes.
Yeah.
And this is the hospice consultant. All right, so they say they're open right now. They won't let us into the lobby. This is no way to conduct business.
Sure isn't.
We are two entrepreneurs trying to open up our own hospice.
To the bone right now.
We were denied service by the potential fraudsters, and as we were leaving, one of the fraudsters started to leave from the back in a $200,000 Maybach.
Oh, look at that. A $270,000 car pulls out of what is probably a rental unit that costs $25 a month because it's in like a falling down building. It's so crazy. Busted.
Where can we open a hospice at? We like
is it going to be white? Any bets?
Open up a hospice.
Oh,
Get
brown
a
guy.
Maybach just like you. So is this how I can get a Maybach by opening up my own hospice?
Now, after seeing all the wealth that is being created from these
Look at these. This is basically a slum. And it's
hospice
like,
centers, I
here's
headed
another
back to the
M5.
original location where we found over 15 hospices.
There's a Tesla Cybertruck that's $100K. I mean, there's
one plaza. I wanted to make sure it wasn't a fluke that Armenian mafia members were running the show and that there weren't just randomly $100,000 cars the day I went by. And this time it was even worse.
Sir, how are you? Good.
He's getting
So
into his
what do you
Tesla.
think about all this hospice fraud?
It's funny how they all scatter the second he gets there.
Yeah.
Sir, you're in the Cybertruck.
And $7,000 wrap on it too.
Driving away, taking money from old people. Yet he's just driving away in his Cybertruck. Won't even answer any questions. Let's see, we have another rich person as well. That's getting rich off this hospice. This guy's leaving as well. So the two people that walked
This guy's in a BMW, looks like.
out of Holy Angels,
M5 looks
they're in
like.
a brand new Cybertruck and a new BMW. How lucrative of a business is
I think he's gonna be white. Oh.
Seeing a Cybertruck here in a nice BMW. It's
Yeah,
good.
I bet it's good.
Yeah, because it looks like, for instance, Guardian of Angels, that used to be here, $4.8 million they billed the state of California. And how many clients do you guys have?
Brother. Are you trying to redeem me? Brother. Do
I
not
need to answer
redeem
your
me.
questions. Well, hopefully someone would.
Yeah.
Curious.
Oh, it's not yours. You just work here. Okay, well, where are your patients? What do you do here? What is it? Like the famous Office Space. What is it that you do here?
Yeah. You must be getting paid pretty well, right?
Oh, it's your parents. Oh.
Do your parents run the hospice? They don't work. No.
You just
Is
said they
that-
did.
Who's that
You
guy
said
in
they
the
did,
Cybertruck?
yeah. Oh,
He's your
the guy in the Cybertruck is his uncle. So 300K in cars between them.
So it's like a family business to own the hospices. But why was he walking out of the hospice then too?
Brother,
Like his hospice is
brother,
there's nothing
praise,
inside of
praise.
it.
You know this
It's not
guy's
you guys.
Muslim.
How come you're in the newest BMW and the newest Cybertruck? I can only imagine what the guy who's in charge is driving.
Just all the other hospices?
Oh.
Do you
yeah.
like taking care of old people? Like, are you the one going out visiting the hospice patients, sir?
He's gonna.
Uh-oh, he's gonna have to do another point turn.
Another point turn? He can't even drive.
You could just go that way. What's the key to opening up a hospice if I wanted to open up one? Because you're in the family business of hospices. If I want to open my own? What do you do for work here?
Huh?
What do you do for work here?
Another foreigner.
Why?
Oh, we're just looking around. We're seeing all these hospices, so we're just curious.
Well, I don't know, man.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just redeeming
Word
it.
got out that I was inside of the
And look at
plaza
him
and
run.
all the fraudsters started hopping in their cars, leaving the scene.
Excuse me. Let's see if they.
There's an
can just
M5,
answer
I
our
think, right there.
questions
There's
really
another
quick.
expensive
Hello,
ass
can we ask you a quick
Mercedes.
question? Driving out in a brand
Did you
new
see
M8.
that Gavin Newsom was
M8,
like?
even more expensive.
You see that Gavin Newsom was responding to Cersei, being like trying to imply he was a pedophile. Being
Yeah,
weird.
instead of
Like,
dealing with this, he's like, "Oh, here's Nick Shirley. Can I see your kids?" It's like,
no, Gavin Newsom, can we see the multi-million-dollar worth of fraud that he is pointing out? Like, what a weird defense to be like, well, look over there. It's something else.
Yeah, it's
I
not.
just don't understand. I get that Gavin Newsom's trying to be like snappy on Twitter, but like, you actually should answer for this one.
I got redeemed.
Oh, big
Yeah.
redeem got you.
I would say, like, and people look at this and they're like, well, what can be done? I actually think a lot was done in Minnesota. I think they shut down a lot of this and they've arrested 80 plus people. I mean, Nick's basically doing giving the Department of Justice a layup. So these are federal level crimes too. So in the woke state of California, they're not going to be able to block this. The Trump administration is probably looking for some wins. So, hey, Pam Bondi, if you're not too busy on Fox News, maybe do some arrests here. Maybe I'm going to guess. And they did. I mean, they even arrested some people who had fled to like the UK. So it is crazy. Nick Shirley's doing incredible work. I mean, they should put him in charge of Doge, undoubtedly. But good, huge shout out to Nick and the work he's doing. And I do want to let people know, by the way, where they can find, both of you independently create content too. So let the people know where they might be able to follow your content.
You can find my content on Rumble, YouTube, and X. I'm Hannah Claire B. It's all one word on all of those platforms. I'm hannahclaire.b on Instagram. And I do videos on the news, some cultural analysis. I'll have one up this week. Where can you find Melanie?
All right, you guys can find me at Melanie Mac Go Boom on YouTube, where I do more like social commentary stuff. And then you can find me everywhere else at Melanie Mac, where I kind of do like the same thing, or gaming stuff, or just saying slurs.
Yeah, the slurs are what. Yeah, the tune in for the slurs. Stay for the gaming. Yeah, Lion City says Courtney needs to get a football talk. I have no time. I love that kind of the independent sports broadcaster game has taken off for the people. There's a lot of people, shout out to.
Would you go on someone else's show?
Oh yeah, for sure. Shout out to Tom Grossi. He's probably the best Packers coverage. The Paul Farrington show, shout out to them. They're Vikings fans, but most of the people tune into them to watch them lament how the Packers beat the Vikings. So, and they're good sports about it. I watch both of those shows. I really enjoy them. And yeah, I'm sure there are good, other shows out there, but those are who I watch because, they cover Packers news. So, and Ziggy Ziegler up on Paul Farrington show. He's the best. Smart kid. He's got a good future. If you're watching us, we're live Monday through Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. If you're watching like on the Rumble homepage, if you can, click through and follow the channel. So like click the quartering or type the quartering in and make sure you follow the channel so that way you get notified when we go live. We've got over 11,000 watching right now and over 12,000 total across multiple platforms. And I know, hey, we don't always agree on everything, but one thing I do here is I'll make sure and, I interact with chat. We probably do that more than anybody for better or worse. And
sometimes you get Jeremy all riled up, guys. Isn't that fun?
Well, that's all right, and I think I'm going to raid somebody who has recently supported the Rumble platform because I don't think Viva is live. So we're gonna raid Asmongold and everyone. everyone go say hi to Asmongold, and that say the quartering viewership welcomes you to Rumble, and hopefully we can get a reaction from him. Hopefully we'll, so yes, go spam Asmongold that the quartering Rumble viewership welcomes you, and that Rumble's the best. And tell Asmon to come on the show. He probably would. So maybe we'll have Asmongold on one day to talk about his generational run. So go say hi to Asmon, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, with everybody's favorite Luke. Bye, all.